Yo, 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 welcome to Club Shada episode 280. 20 episodes from 300 and a month away from 3 years anniversary of Club Shada. Ain't that beautiful? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody is in the best spirits. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. I rest a lot. I work a little bit, but rest a lot. This show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. I'm tired. Shada, where gods of good fortune. It is midnight and 41 in Lisbon, Portugal. Stream royalty for the month of February is Mr. Dantana. In 3 days, we have a new stream royalty. The slot will be empty, so any donation will make you the next stream royalty. Thanks to all the sponsors who are supporting this show. Never hesitate, never forget to support from time to time if this show brings you whatever it brings you. I know what it brings to me. And we had that conversation about what the show brings to people. What else did I want to say? Is that it? Yeah, I had a great weekend. I think from the 13 kilos I lost, I think I probably won another one back, because this week I was not able to control my eating. I was really good for 3 months, and I've been a little thing, but tomorrow, back in business. That's the good thing. I met a woman that is a nutritionist, and she told me that the most important is not to be consistent, whatever. It's that whenever you gain back a little bit of weight and you lose track, the most important is not to care too much about it and go back on track, and you can retake it back. And so tomorrow, wake up, I'm going to walk 10 kilometers and go to the gym as well, and go back to my healthy eating habits. Good thing I haven't been back on sugar. So why these women love to make noise while I'm live? I don't know why. Hi. How's everybody doing? Toujours la première, new nice picture. Salut Sabrina. Milliardaire, hello, long time. How are you? You good? I hope you're good. Jujuzan, how are you? How you been? Urban, what's good? One night. Lydia, hello. Merci. Yannick, what up? How are you? Jordan, what up? What's good, finest R&B? Ooh, angine, c'est pas cool ça. In my house, everybody's sick as well. I'm the only one who's going through the drops. But all of them, like, it's 2 kids, right? One baby of 1 year. Our daughter is 5. My wife and her sister. And when one of them is sick, I usually tell them, I would advise you to, try to stay away from each other when you're sick. But no, when one is sick, they just stick together, keep kissing each other. So what happened is now everybody's sick, because that's the way it works, right? They're like, oh, kiss us too. Oh, hell no. you sleep there. I sleep on the couch until you stop being sick. Cause and I take my medicine before, and I tell them, hey, listen, if one is sick, just take some medicine before, so that But no. Listen, everybody has their own logic. I'm not here to control people, so I'm gonna take care of my logic. Well, it is what it is. Let me go on Instagram. I'm gonna go on Instagram and send a message to a few people and tell them that I'm live now. Let me see. Something that I really love is that our episode 278, people really loved it. People really enjoyed the conversation with Bonnie. A lot of people really what was that? A lot of people felt touched by the story, because you always get the story from the powers that be, the media, the mainstream media, and of course they like to paint a picture of the world that is black and white, where one is the good people and the other one is the bad people. But we all know that the world is not like this. Even in a family of bad people, there's a good person, and in a lot of families of good people, there's always one bad person. We all have one in our families. So if people can tell their stories, a lot of people from that era reach out to me telling me that it was amazing, that they all felt that way, that she was a voice that needed to be heard, because a lot of the people are scared to say how they felt as kids back then, because growing up privileged, you receive a lot of hate in a world where, especially in Europe, like France, Belgium, those places where people hate the rich. The thing is this: everybody's trying to be rich, but at the same time, everybody's hating on those who are rich. But the worst part is people hating on people who didn't choose to be rich. Because if your parents are rich, it's not your fault. You was just born. So a lot of people feel that way, where they feel that they can't complain because whatever they felt was not valid because they lived good. But the trauma, who cares? And the way the media dehumanizes people, like he's just a bad person. So then you can hang somebody or show a dead person on live television and keep it on YouTube. Like you can see this on French television, showing pictures of videos of Gaddafi dead, and because they decided that it is a bad person, it's okay. But that person has kids, that person has family, parents, people that loved them, and the excuse is that because we are the good people, we can do the most evil thing. Well, it is starting not to work anymore, and this is why it's important for people from all walks of life to be able to tell their stories. And listen, I'm glad that I can be the vehicle of that, and I'm glad that I inspired a lot of people. Even my mom called me to tell me that it was beautiful, And yeah, she told me to send a message to her because my mom know all these kids because we all grew up in the same upper class style. So it's it's a beautiful thing. A lot of people are asking for a part 2, and yeah, we'll do a part 2. Some people are saying, yeah, we want part 2, but in Lingala. I'm like, the channel is English. What's wrong with you people? Yeah, we want part 2, but in French. See, that's my thing with people, with Congolese people most of the time. They never come to your show. And the day they discover your show, they have a lot of things to say. Oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. Yo, sit down, relax. Welcome to the show. You don't speak English, it's time to learn. There's a reason why it's in English. I'm not going to explain it all the time. It's there. There's a video that explains why. Go search for it and stop trying to come to other people's platform and explaining to them how they're supposed to do things. You will have more views if... I didn't tell you that I didn't want more views. I didn't tell you nothing. I didn't ask you for your opinion. Just tell me if you like it, you don't like it, you enjoy the story, you didn't enjoy the story. Everything else, keep it for the other channels that you watch. But it's so interesting how it's always the people that never come here that the day they discover they have something to say. And this is something that is very, very, people from a country, they love to do this. You should do this, you should do this way, you should have more this, you should have more. Please, you should only interview people from Congo. It's like, yo, who are you guys? It's like, you don't even subscribe. Where are you coming from? But listen, anyway, I'm still happy that everybody enjoyed it. And listen, we already have 55 people here, and I only see 4 likes. J'aime pas ça. You guys go and put some likes rapidement. What the hell? What's wrong with these people? Yeah, the chat is. I watch again your 5-hour interview with Stevie at work. That's a nice one. I have to watch it again. I have to repost some parts of that interview on my Instagram. Now that posting long videos on Instagram counts like reels, it might be a time to repost some of them. Joel, how are you? How you doing? So from my episode 298, my mom was telling me like, yeah, thank God Joel was there because you don't remember any date. Damn, son, like you don't know nothing about the country. I was like, Mom, I left when I was 7. I was in France. Of course, I don't know nothing. I heard stuff, so I'm asking questions. Lord. Let me look at. Do I? But it's true. Hey, what up, IGWT from Gabon? I had to get my surgery this Friday, but it's on March 27th now. Oh, not in the month. Oh. Are you feeling down because you're not doing your surgery or just because you're feeling down? Listen, don't be obsessed with surgeries. That's all I have to say. That's a tool. Use it, but don't abuse it. Oi, Chizira. Beijinhos de Lisboa. Free was goody. I know. Please go to the comments under the videos and tell them. Because thing is this. I've realized one thing. A lot of people, they comment. What up, Mama Dalia? A lot of people, they put comments, but they don't even check before commenting. It's something that I've realized online. An example that I have all the time, but listen, all the time is, when are you coming back to music? Why did you disappear? Why did you retire? And I'm like, I do a song every Friday. Every Friday, I have a new song for the last 3 years. Meaning that I have released probably the last 4 years, something like 200 songs and remixes. And I would believe that before asking an artist that I like, especially if I say I'm your number one fan, I love your music, I would believe that before asking anything like, why did you disappear? We don't see you anymore on the YouTube channel of the said artist, I would maybe check. Or same thing in your TikTok or on your Instagram, where sometimes my last post or maybe 3 posts ago, I just posted a cover for a new song, or I just released an album with 50 songs, and 4 years before another album with 40 songs. That's 90 songs. And I did, from those 40 songs plus 50 songs, probably I remixed 50 songs out of these albums, and I had 10 remixes of each, which means 500 remixes. Maybe before telling me, where did you go? I don't see you. Maybe you would first check. Just check. You go, you check. Hey, did he release anything new? Oh, he didn't release anything. I released something last week. No, they don't care. They just come out of nowhere and they say, why did you disappear? Why don't you do music anymore? And you're like, what's wrong with all these people? Like, what's wrong with people on the internet who pretend? Like, listen, if you just tell me that you don't know me, right? Or I used to listen to your music, whatever. Oh, do you have something new? I reply to you, yeah, brand new album, Bantu Royalty, it's there. And then they reply, wow, 50 songs, it's amazing, right? And then they go check it out. But most of these people, they start with, oh my God, I love you so much. I'm your number one fan. Damn, too bad you stopped doing music. Where did you go? And me, I'm like, you on my profile commenting. All you need to do is go to the profile and check if there's something new. And you will see that there's a lot of new things. But no, you just come and put your comment, and I don't even bother replying because they just put their comments and they never come back. So if you reply to them, hey, I did this, they don't reply. They never reply back. They just want to talk. So it's funny. Which one the post I did was on TikTok. Wait, let me go to my TikTok. Sorry. Let me go to my TikTok. What was this post that I put? I forgot. I think it was this one. Something funny I put, whatever. For some reason, it had 3,000 likes, lots of thing. And look, this person. Where did you go? Somebody else said something. Hey, Kaysha, You disappeared like love disappeared in the heart of people. What? And it's funny, like, so I mean, it's not everybody, but you have a lot of people. Okay, and they will be like, "Where did you go again?" Like, and yeah, it's interesting. People are funny. Listen, follow me on TikTok. Hey, 11,000 followers already. Look at that. I just started really using my TikTok like a few months ago. I blocked somebody. Like I posted that girl dancing on something going on, and one girl, and I love this girl because she always posts on that song. She has like lots of videos on that song, and yeah, she's really cool. One girl, see, another one. Oh Kaysha, qu'est-ce que tu es devenu? J'écoute toujours tes chansons. I'm here, sister. Let me tell her. Kaysha.tv. Boom. Find me there. And there's a girl. Well, I already blocked her. And she's like, yeah, you're a hypocrite because in your music videos, you never had black women. And I was like, what is this idiot talking about? In my music videos, I had all types of girls, every type. Because me, it's not about your color. It's about, yeah, do I like you? For my music video, depending on the music video so I had white people, Asian people, black people, light skin, mixed, Brazil, China, everywhere. This the Ondikwa video actually. They really wanted to do a video with only like African people. No, I said no. I want to be cosmopolite because I live in Paris where it's cosmopolite. It's people from all walks of life talking together. And everybody at that time in 2003 was saying, no, that's not a good idea. It's an African song. And I was like, no, this is the way I view the world. This is the way I do things. And so I had in that video, I have everybody from all colors. And I have a video for Be With You where the girl is darker than me. And then I have other videos where it's different. But you have some people, they're going to see two videos or they're going to see one video and they're just going to talk without checking. Listen, when you say stuff online, at least check before coming and say stuff and get banned. Maybe they don't. I mean, listen, that's people online. It's not that it matters that much to me. It's just that I just find it interesting that people come with opinions and they're not able to, they don't even care about finding out the truth. They just want to come and leave their comments and they think, I don't know, they created whatever. I don't know. It's them. And this is why we are in the world where we are today, because people are only into emotion and factless commenting and just coming with their 2 cents without really trying to check themselves before they open their mouths. That's interesting. Why is everybody sending me private messages on? Okay. My Instagram is... I'm waiting for Instagram to give me the possibility to be live on Instagram at the same time that I'm live here. That's when it's going to be fun. Soon. Wait. This chat is... Where was I in the chat? Because of my surgery, I'm sad because the surgeon said I couldn't have the nose I want. I have a problem with myself because I haven't been loved by my family, so I don't love myself. The thing is this: if your family doesn't love you, the club Shada loves you. So, well, no disrespect to your family, but fuck them. I learned a long time ago that it's not because you have the same blood as people that they are amazing people. You can have the same blood as a murderer, as a horrible person, and some nice people too. And listen, you can be brothers and sisters or parents and whatever, and people can be horrible to you, and they can even not like you, even if they put you in this world because of your choices, because of how you look, for whatever reason. You know what? In life, you create your own family in reality. Once you are 18, you are an independent person. You're an independent human being, and you can decide who are your brothers, who are your sisters, who are the people, who are your circles, right? It's something that my mom told me early in my life. Hey mom, why you don't talk to that person? I thought she was your cousin. And my mom was like, hey, listen. In life, you have to create your circles, and at a point you have to decide who you want to smile to and who you don't have to smile to. So I believe that if you are doing surgeries because you don't love yourself and you just want to have a nose that looks like such and such to feel better, this will not actually fix what you need to be fixed by talking to a specialist, talking to people that can show you the way to love yourself is not really physical. I mean, hey, listen, it's cosmetic, looking the way you want to look, having a different nose or whatever, or even me, like I really love myself way more. I look myself more in the mirror now that I lost 13 kilos, and I can't wait to lose another 10 to really. And yeah, I'm always in front of the mirror looking at my abs. I'm like, oh, they're coming out. So yeah, physical part is very important in the loving oneself, but nobody should ever love themselves because of the opinions of anybody. Brothers, sisters, parents, friends, strangers on the internet. Listen, I couldn't care less. Personally, I come from a special background. I come from a rich background. I lived in Paris in the beautiful neighborhoods, and when we went into hip hop dancing and yeah, tagging the walls in the rich neighborhoods and being the little hip hop Zulu kids of those neighborhoods, a lot of the people who used to walk with us at the Trocadero near the Eiffel Tower in Paris, a lot of those people, I didn't know where they came from. I didn't know how far they would go or come to, or maybe their mom was a worker at an apartment and that's why they lived in those neighborhoods. I have no idea. I never asked because I didn't care, because I didn't even know. I just arrived from Congo in the 80s when I was 7, and now that I'm 16, 17, 18 and I'm discovering rap, I just want to rap. I don't know you have to prove that you are from the streets, or you are poor, or you are this, or you live in Sarcelles or wherever to rap. To me, hey, what these things, what Public Enemy, Naughty by Nature, Pete Rock and Seal, Smooth Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, what they do, I want to do that. That's my passion. That's what I listen to. And I write some rhymes and I make some beats. And hey, I want to do music. That's all I know. So I hang out in Trocadero with the dancers, with the people who are in music. And in the beginning, nobody knew who I was, but I was dressed well because I would ask my dad for the hip hop stuff every time my dad would go to talk with the people at the UN or to see the ambassadors or do his political stuff in New York. I would ask him, hey, bring me some starters, bring me this, bring me that. So he would bring me a ton of them because it was cheap out there in the US, where it was expensive here in Paris. I mean, there. And, I'm there. And so I'm always there, always well dressed, always glasses, And in the beginning, everybody's liking me. Everybody's telling me that I'm cool. Everybody's telling me that, hey, we should do this, we should do that. You such a great person. We should work together, etc., etc. So I'm starting to form my little, be part of a little b-boy crew of Trocadero. So, we walk at Champs-Élysées, we walk at Trocadero, etc. And one day we were supposed to go to the movies. And before going to the movies, one of our friends, I think he was a hairdresser, and he said he was supposed to fix the hair of everybody. And because I lived not far from Trocadero, I told everybody, hey, I live 4 metro stops from here. Let's just go to my house and we do our hair. And then So we all go there, walking in the street, hip hop, whatever. And we arrive in my neighborhood. And everybody is telling me, yo, you live in, I didn't know that my streets and the neighborhood was really the richest area of Paris. So it's the 16th district. It's where really the rich people live. So we arrived not far from Porte de Passy, etc. We arrive at my metro, Jasmine. And so we're walking and everybody's like, this neighborhood. So I believe they thought that maybe my parents were maybe working for a big family, and we were in the maids' chambers. Like a lot of people who work for these families, sometimes they live in the little studios that those people, when they buy a big apartment, they also have 3-4 little studios that come with it for the people that work with them. So maybe some of them, their parents were doing that, and maybe they thought my parents were doing that as well. I have no clue. So we arrive at my door, and you have the employee door, it's a small door, and then you have the big door. And so we arrive, Boulevard de Montmorency, and I just there. I turn on the key, open the big gates, and everybody's a little shocked. I go in, we take the elevator, we arrive to the second floor. I open the door to the house, and it's a 400-meter square, massive, giant apartment. And just the hall, that like when you enter the apartment, you just have a long hall. That hall, you can put a full apartment in there, because that hall was probably 50 meters square. Then you had 2 huge living rooms, my parents' living rooms and the kid living room, and then you had the dining room, and then you had the kitchen, and then you had a long ass corridor, long, on the way to my parents' bedroom and my sister's bedroom, and then on the side you had my mother's sister's bedroom, and then you had my brother and I's bedroom. I don't remember how many bedrooms that place had. You had 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, but you could actually divide them into 8 because they were huge bedrooms. And my sister had a bathroom. My little sisters had their own bathroom, and my brother and I, we had our bathroom. And my parents had their whole bedroom that was an apartment inside of the apartment. Huge place. So we're walking there, and my parents were not in my parents were in Congo, and so we walk like a good 2, 3, 4 minutes to arrive to my bedroom. When we arrived to my bedroom, I said, yeah, okay guys, yeah, you can put your coats there, and yeah, we can do the hair in my bathroom. And all the guys, they look at me like, yo, you really live here? And I was like, yeah, why? I had no clue that the apartment was huge. I had no clue. Wait, let me show you my street where I grew up. I think it's on Google Maps, right? Google Maps. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. 39 Boulevard de Montmorency, 75016 Paris. There it is. That's my street. Wait. Can I go to... There you go. All right. So that's where I grew up. Exactly where I grew up. That's where I grew up. That's my street. So this is the old there used to be a train here, but it stopped being trains passing there. So that's where we would go and do our little tagging. This is where my ex tried to run on me with her red car. And this is okay, that's where I used to live. Oh, okay. That was the door. This was, oh, sorry. I cannot go in front. Okay. This is the door for employees, and this is the main door. And our apartment was from here until, was it? Yeah, it was from here until there, the whole thing. And it went all the way to the back of the building. So that was a huge place. And yeah, this is the very good neighborhoods of Paris. Here you have Rue Raffet, and then here you have Boulevard Suchet, Boulevard Maréchaux, and then this takes you to Boulevard Suchet, which take you, if you go far away, it will take you to how you call this? To Porte de what was the street? Yeah, the doors. It will take you to Porte de la Muette or Porte d'Auteuil. Yeah, you had Porte de Saint-Cloud, and then rich neighborhoods. Anyway, that's not the story. So once these guys tell me, you live here for real? I'm like, yeah, why? Listen, I've never been to somebody else's house. We were very protected as kids. Our parents, we never took the subway until maybe we were 16. We always had a driver. We always had security. We always had people living with us in the house, people cleaning our stuff. We were very little princes and princesses. So when I discovered hip hop, and I'm 18 now, and I'm walking around and meeting new friends and taking the subway by myself and going, I'm super naive about the world and about how the world works. I believe that if I smile to people, they will smile back to me. And so we are just there, and everybody I meet, I'm just happy to meet them. Everybody that's into hip hop, I'm super happy to talk hip hop about them because I know everything about hip hop, etc., etc. And I'm black, they're black. For me, we all the same. I don't realize that, no. In life, in this world, there's levels, there's castes, and I'm around here, they're here. I have no clue. I don't know. Nobody ever told me that. All I know is that we love the same thing, so we cool. My mother always told me, hey, don't bring Don't bring people at home don't bring like anybody at home. Like you can bring people from school, etc., but don't bring all these strangers you meet in the street. And I was like, but that day I understood. Soon as they saw like my bedroom, my TV, I had TV in my bedroom back in the days. That was something. And soon as they saw my little home studio at that time. My bedroom had like a terrace on the back of the apartment. My bedroom had a terrace that had a view to a little garden. Like it was really like living with the rich people. So they do the hair and everybody's like normal, more or less. And then when we arrived to the cinema, so everybody had their, I don't know how much was movies at the time. Let's say 50 francs, because this is the we are in probably in 92 probably. So we are going to the movies to see whatever movie, and when we arrive to the counter, all of them are like, no, you pay, you're rich, you're not like us, you pay for the movies. And I was like, what? No, you pay for the movies. Starting now, you pay for the movies, you pay for the rest, you pay for everything. I was like, what's wrong with you guys? And they were like, it's not that they changed, but they changed. It was like, this guy betrayed us, pretending that he's like us, when in reality, this guy has nothing to do with us. And yeah, your parents are rich. You are rich. And I was like, no, I'm not rich. I don't have money. I just received my pocket money, as everybody. And I have no idea that what I was receiving was a lot too. But you see, it's then people change with you. Then people started hating. And then everywhere that I would go, people would say, yeah, no, this guy, yeah, no. And so every time I was going to rap in places, the girls would be happy to see me, but a lot of the guys, they would just be like this. Because, and I remember one guy was like, yo, I love the way you rap. And I was like, yo, you love the way I rap, but whenever I'm performing, you and your friends are just watching with menacing, you just like, as I'm performing. And then you're like, yeah, you know, I know it's true, but in reality, I'm sorry, bro, but whenever you're on stage, everybody's like, no, for him, we don't move our head, we don't support because he's rich. And me, I was like, wait a minute. I don't choose which balls I come from. All right. I was just born. And yeah, I was born maybe in the right place. You don't know our struggles. You don't know what it is to be there. But you cannot hate for something that I didn't choose. But yeah, that's where it was. And now everywhere I would go, I had to prove to people that I was worthy of singing. And worse for everybody, I had so much talent that everywhere I would go, I would kill it. So people will hate even more because they were like, not only this motherfucker is rich, but also he has fucking talent. So we hate him. So now I have people telling me, be careful. Some people want to put a knife in your back. I was like, what? Yeah. And it took me a long time, a very long time. Trust me. It took me probably until I was 30 to ask myself, why do I need the approval of all these people? The people from the French rap community, same thing for the people from the Zouk community. Now the excuse was, yeah, you're not from the West Indies. Yeah, I'm still number one. What you want me to do? Then it was the Kizomba people. Yeah, you're not even from Angola or from Cape Verde. I'm still number one. It's not my fault. It's the music. The music speaks for itself. The talent speaks for itself. You ugly, it's not my fault if I'm cute. It's not my fault. So at a point, one day I just woke up, I remember, frustrated for whatever reason because another person was hating on me for something that I didn't do. It's just like people don't like you because, yeah, you have everything. You're talented. You can write. You can make beats. And you come from a good family. And yeah, you didn't suffer in life. All that shit. And at a point, I was like, yeah, fuck all these people. Because why does it matter to me what strangers think? What does it matter to me what the people who have no arguments are always going to use the same thing? They're going to use that, oh, it's because you're white, or it's because this, or it's because you have this privilege, or it's because you that, or it's because you have long hair, or it's because you're a light-skinned girl, or it's because this, or it's because that, or it's because you come from this. And in reality, you cannot let people's insecurity be sent to you, because actually all these people are insecure about themselves. Listen, Steve Jobs was a Syrian refugee that got adopted because his father didn't want him or something, and he got adopted by a family in Silicon Valley. So he came from Syria, and maybe his path was, he didn't start with the best things, and that motherfucker still created fucking Apple computer and changed the universe with the iPhone, the iPad, the iMac. Apple company is now a multi-trillion-dollar company created by a Syrian kid who was adopted. So he's somebody who could have been there crying about what he doesn't have or where he can't. No, he had the drive, he had the vision. That's it. All this to say that when you have the drive and you have the vision for yourself and you trust in yourself, your brother can hate you, your sister can hate you, your mom can hate you. Listen, the people who don't like me, they don't matter to me. And hopefully this story is inspiring you to understand that you don't listen. I don't need nobody to love myself. Trust me. Like if I know my wife loves me, I love my kids love me, but if all these people were not there and I was living alone and I had nobody, I would still love myself. Because I don't put my value in the eyes of other people. My value is my value. I know what I can do. I know what are my talent. I know that I can rap, sing, make beats, do this, talk for hours in front of a camera on the internet. I know I can do so many things, and that's my value. And yeah, of course, I love it when my mom tells me that she loves me and that she's proud of me. I love it when my dad tell me the same thing. But if they didn't tell me this, I would find somebody else that would tell me that. And those people's opinion would be more important than the people who just out of nowhere are just hating for the sake of hating. And listen, those people who came to my house for the first time back then, yeah, listen, I saw them 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And at a point I was like, yo, fuck you guys. And yeah, I would see them in the street and yeah, cool. And I have no idea what they became, all of them. And I don't care. I have no clue. It's been 30 years. I don't think about them. And at a point, self-worth is more important than all these people outside. Anyway, it was just that. Other than that, listen, your nose is beautiful. Les gens d'internet sont des grands rêveurs. I'm telling you. what's wrong with the people on the internet who don't properly use the internet. For real. These people are crazy. Listen, the people on the internet, they don't know how to use the internet. And this is what makes me sometimes I'm like, how are all these people? They don't know how to use the internet. Oh, yeah, yeah. Exactly. First of all, don't call Julie baby. First of all. Anyway, we cannot please everybody in this world, and I don't really give a damn if family care for me. Stop calling her baby, I told you. I love myself, and you should say that too. Yeah, love yourself. Hi, is your frig gang 30? Oh my God. All the names are taken, it seems. When is Sumia going to come onto the show? That is a good question. Actually, I should call Sumia. It's been a long time I didn't talk to her. Yes. Yes, on Snapchat video call, compare weather from Paris to no snow to Canada. And we do have snow. Emmanuel, I don't understand your English. I don't know what you said. But bisous. Emery, what up? Listen, haters are amazing. Insecurity is a real big problem. You're always so inspiring. Your story too. No, love you too. Haters will die. Haters. Oh no, me, I'm not baby. Meets bro. Haters will die. Haters for sure. We need so that we to make. Listen, your English was very strange on that sentence. I'm sorry. But I got what you meant. Yeah, listen. Haters are fans. Listen. I met so many people. Listen, even in back then when I was 15 in Congo, on holiday and with little dreadlocks and rapping and being into my music, and a lot of those kids from generals, from big shot people, from my dad's colleagues, a lot of them were hating as well, because they knew I was doing something that their parents wouldn't accept that they could do. And a lot of them were looking at me like, yeah, look at this. We are here in the high society, and you go there, down there to rap with all these roaches. And I was like, fuck you too. Yeah, I like these people because they like what I like. I like to sing. I like to be with the people. It's not a question of where you are. We all humans, and we all from all walks of life. You're gonna have some people that are more lucky than you, and you're gonna have some people that are more unlucky than you. You're gonna have some people that are richer than you, and others that are poorer than you. Others are prettier than you, and others are uglier than you. The most important is to respect one another. And if you don't find the respect in your home or in your circles, you go find it somewhere else. That's the way I do it. If you don't respect me, I don't see why I should stay with you. Listen, if you are my dad or my mom, yeah, I have 18 years, 15, 16 years to find a solution and to just wait for my time. When it's time, I'm out. Peace. You might never see me again. Oh, listen, me, I have some people in my life that I don't think they'll see me again ever. And if they see me after maybe 10 years now, wait, 20 years, some of them. I hope they don't come and say hi. Some of them, some of you, like, don't say hi when you see me. Like, it's like when I said I'm done with you for life, it was for life. Other people, time passes by, it changes things. But listen, if I don't smile to you and I don't come to say, oh, what up? Yeah, been a long time. Hey, the past is the past. If I don't come to you like that, stay in your lane. So, listen, I know at least 3 people in this world. They don't want to be in front of me and they don't want to come to talk to me because I will not see them. And it's fine. You know how many people are in this world? 7 billion. You think I'm going to care about 3 people? You can be my sister. You can be other. Yo, 3 people is nothing compared to 7 billion people. You can go find your family and create your family among the people who respect you and the people who can have conversations with you without insulting you or without belittling you. It's very important. I mean, that's my opinion. And trust me, as a wise man always said, his name was Kaysha, if you don't pay my rent, you and your opinion can go fuck yourself. That's, of course. Listen, but not everybody is a hater. Some people are just critics. But yeah, you always will have people who, it is what it is. What you gonna do? Are you trying again? I love haters that make me work hard. Oh, in a better English, yeah, now I understand. Haters that ain't nothing but an indicator, never a motivator. Speak those facts. You know how we do. Anyway, listen, I want to talk to you about something that I think interesting. Listen, I have so many subjects that I want to talk to you in Club Shada. And I have a bunch of them. And I'm going to choose one that is the state of the world in 2023 onwards, where we are going. And how it's very interesting how I'm not going to take positions and I don't want to take sides, right? But with everything that happened during the pandemic, the last 4 years, I believe, have been very impactful in the way people trust the media that used to be the sources of information, and the power of that the internet has taken in being an alternate source of media, of information, and how a lot of governments have lost control over the people. And I believe that, what is a government? A government is, what is a society, I would even say. Society is when people decide to live together. Put 100 people in the same land, they all build their houses. Somebody walks in your garden, destroy your roses, you pissed off, you guys fight, you go destroy their cabbages. They're angry. The wife come out with the gun, shoots you. You go to the hospital. You survive, and somebody goes to jail. And there's a lot of other gardens and a lot of other roses, and somebody edicts some rules. Okay, when you have a house, around the house, everybody's gonna do a fence, and the fence is gonna be this. This is your terrain. This is yours. And now, starting now, yeah, everybody stay in their house, and everybody staying in their land. So when you want to walk, you want to go somewhere, you use the street that we put between the houses, but you don't walk in their houses, and you don't walk in their houses. All right? It's good, and everybody's going to start being good neighbors. And as everybody's learning, all these different rules becomes law. And that's when you form a society. And once the society have people disagree on something and they can't agree on anything, the society, maybe the rest of the neighborhood, the other 98 people will say, listen, starting now, you 5 people are going to be judges, and you guys are going to be jury, and yeah, we're gonna see the facts, and from there the judge will take a decision, and this will be the gospel. And if everybody's following these laws and this code of conduct, we now form a society. And at a point, there's another society there, and another society out there, and another society there, and maybe we're in conflict or friends with them, or we want to sell them something, whatever. We're not gonna all go 100 people and negotiate with the other 100 people of the other society. So we elect people who represent us, and now you have a state and you have a country. Maybe our 100 people, we become the country of Shada land, and you elect me as your leader, and you trust me to take the right decisions for everybody. And everybody's taking care of their micro environments. Everybody taking care of their little lands, the 100 lands of everybody. And my charge is to take care of the globality of the 100 lands and be the voice that represent all of you guys. And if I do a good job, you keep me there. If I don't, kick me out. And I guess this is democracy. And the people who are the champions of democracy, he feels that they don't like to apply democracy when it comes to themselves or their countries. He feels like with the panic of the pandemic, all these mandates, a lot of people behind the excuse of wanting to do good and working for the people, they took a lot of decisions without asking to the people what was their opinion. And yeah, you're not going to go sit down with the 100 people. But if every 10 people or every 20 people has somebody that represents them to create a parliament, normally, if I take a decision that is really drastic, like, hey, everybody's staying their home because it's dangerous out there, maybe I should consult with the 5 people who represent the 100 people and explain to them why I'm taking this decision and give them the information. And maybe these people say, yes, do it. Or maybe they say, we don't agree. Us on the West, us two, we represent 40 people. We don't agree with what you're saying. Us, we represent 60 people. Okay, let's do a vote, etc. Boom. Everybody cool. give the information to everybody. Everybody go see their people, and everybody move together as a unit. But all this, yeah, it works well in the fairy tales, but add a little bit of money, add a little bit of power, add a little bit of ego, and everybody goes crazy, and everybody think that they can run the world the way they want. And I believe that the last 4 years really hurt the idea that a lot of people in a lot of countries have of the people that they elected. They believe that they elected people who don't really care about their opinions. I don't know if this will create something in the next election in different countries. It depends where you live. But I know that in France, people are kind of pissed off. And there's been a lot of decisions taken for Ukraine, for the vaccines, for this and that, where the people who are taking those decisions don't want to answer to the people. And listen, a lot of people are saying, yeah, listen, we do agree with supporting countries that are in a war, but why do we support this one and not all the other ones? Just asking. People are just asking, not me. Me, I know why. But people might ask this question. And when they ask the question, the only answer they get is, how dare you? So now, people who were struggling already to make ends meet, they end up with an electricity bill that is 3 times what they used to pay. Maybe they could pay 100 and something, and it was hard. Now, the people just decided, no, starting now, you're going to pay 500 because of this, because of that, because it's Ukraine and we're the forces of good. So you have, listen, you have to be part of it. And you're like, would they be part of it if it was for us? We don't know. But you cannot even ask those questions. Why are we in this? Why nobody cares about diplomacy? Why all this? And I believe that we are assisting to the beginning of the next this millennium or this next century is going to be way different than the one before, because we just spent the last 80 years since the end of the Second World War. Listen, I love how they say World War when it's actually the Europeans between themselves and the Americans and maybe a little bit of the Asians. It wasn't in Africa. When they were done, they just decided, yeah, you take this, you take this, you take, and you're like, yo. I love how when things happen to them, I mean to us, I guess I'm French, but when it happens to them, yeah, it's the world, it's crazy, oh my God. When it happens somewhere else, they're like, But when we give our point of view, let's say you ask somebody right now in Congo, somebody who's in Benin, where these guys have been suffering for 10 years, right? If you ask one of those people, hey, so what do you think about Russia, Ukraine, and they're gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck. What you mean? Because you don't give a fuck about me. We've been dying for 10 years. Why would we give a fuck about you? It's not the same thing. We are the good people. Yeah, are you? And we can really see after 1 year since the invasion of Russia in Ukraine, I believe that this whole thing started way before. Started probably with the Maidan Accord, even the fall of the old government, and the CIA, the Americans have been actively trying to do stuff in there. But that's not the point. But I believe we are now at the verge of a new world where, I mean, I don't believe and I hope that people are smart enough to not take us to all nuclear conflict. I believe that both Russia and the US want to just keep it in one territory. So actually the people who are suffering are the poor Ukrainians. The Americans are just spending money and sending weapons, and same as the rest. As long as the conflict stays out there, yeah, it's kind of cynical. Yeah, you guys exterminate each other. For us, what's important is the business, is how much is the oil, where can we get the gas. That's the only thing that matters to all these people. But what I'm seeing in a strategic way is the end of a monopoly on the world, the end of a unilateral world where it was just the Occident, which was the US, deciding who's good, who's bad, who are the good people, who get the money from the IMF, who gets dollars, and when you get dollar, our dollar is the law, etc., etc. You had this, and you had the Europeans just following whatever the Americans said. Like, we don't even have our own army to defend ourselves, like to defend the borders of Europe. Everything is NATO, which is the US. And you now have new blocks, and I think we are entering in an era of multi-polar factions that might not be at war with each other and might not even not like each other. It's just that a lot of countries are fed up with the idea that the French, the UK, the Americans are deciding who's good, who's bad, and who gets points, who gets nothing, who's called evil and gets sanctions. And when you get sanctions from the US, other countries don't have a choice. They have to follow suit, because the US will tell them, hey, if you don't sanction, we'll bully you, we'll give you sanctions too. Any company that works with those people, they will not work with us, so they will not get our dollar. And the problem is that the dollar is the world reserve, and you cannot do a world where the world reserve belongs to one country, because that country can abuse that power and use that power to control everybody. And we've seen this with Angola. Angola was just removed from the SWIFT 10 years ago, and they didn't have access to dollars, and no bank could exchange kwanza, which is the local money. So the market and the purchasing power of Angola, the possibility to buy abroad and all these things and to invest in other countries, were just stopped when they were actually eating Portugal here. So if you are Angola, you look at this like, yo, I might not want to be part of a system where I can be removed from the system by just one country that decide. I might just decide that, yeah, listen, I want to be part of a group where, yeah, I'm using my own money. And yeah, I might not want to be part of SWIFT anymore if it means that if I don't do what the Americans want, I can be removed from it. And I believe that we are really entering this multipolar world where you're gonna have, like, you know, they removed Russia from SWIFT, and they were saying like a year ago, and they were happy to say it, yeah, this will destroy the Russia economy. And actually, Russia economy is actually doing good. And they are surviving without being part of our monetary system. They are now having their own. So the SWIFT is a messaging that interbank messaging system, right? So it's a way to send money from places to other. But there's a lot of ways to do it. You have crypto, you have this, you have that. So the Chinese have another system that they are just using with the BRICS: Brazil, China, India, Russia, South Africa. They have their own sphere of influence, and the Americans and the Europeans is one, the Occident, and then you have Africa. That everybody's looking at Africa and telling them, hey, follow us. And the Africans are like, well, what you mean? Well, you follow us. If not, we're going to do this. And people are like, yo, you've been bullying people for a long time, yo. The Africans are not sure. Some of them, yeah, listen, they want to work with China. Some of them, they want to work with Russia. Some of them, they want to work between themselves. Some of them are realizing that maybe Gaddafi was right. We should have had our own money. And when he said that, he got a missile on his face. Some people are starting to be like, yo, all the resources are here and we're poor. And the people who are corrupting our governments are saying you're poor because of your government. And you're like, well, listen, if I'm a president and I do all the things that I'm supposed to do, trust me, the Americans will do everything to remove me from power. It's simple as that. Because one of the first things I will do is revoke all the contracts. I will check all the contracts and I will make sure that the money that is made go to the people. And I will also make sure that to maybe lower the corruption, I will make sure that when some people are doing some deals, they get compensated. So that people who run the country are rich enough that they don't need to be corrupted. And so that the people of the country themselves are also rich enough and proud enough that they cannot be corrupted. And try to raise the poverty level, to raise the wealth level of everybody. Put everybody out of poverty. At least everybody had water, everybody has food, etc. But trust me, when you do this, some people will come and destabilize your country straight away, because the instability is why they can make money. Listen, I arrived there. First thing I do, no more Twitter, no more YouTube, no more this and that. No more American companies running their internets here. And local companies. We want a local Twitter, we want a local this, we want a local that. And internet is free for everybody. So that people can be centered around their country and go to the internet, look for outside, look for information, look for this, but not have, and listen, I would do an African CNN that belongs to African country, that is funded by African country and is independent. But if you have these visions for yourself, by yourself, listen, you're alone in this world, because there's always going to be somebody who will find a way to put some rebels at your doorsteps, to even if all your government is comprised of millionaires, if you got America, they can just print whatever money they need. They will say, yo, yeah, you have 1 million, but what about having 10? How does it feel? What do it feel to have 10 or 20 or 30 million? And boom, they corrupt everybody around you, and now you're alone. But I think the world is interesting. I believe that what is going on now is not something new. Everybody is trying to make us believe that it's a Ukraine and Russia thing. I believe it's something that has started way before that. I think it's something that started 20 years ago. and that it takes a long time, but it's been a long time that a lot of the countries are just fed up that 10% of the population, which is it's almost 8 billion people, right? Europe has 400 million people. America has 400 million people. So in total, the Occident is 800 million people. So let's say 1 billion people. Well, there's 7 billion more people. And you have 1 billion people who are telling everybody, yo, these are good people. These are the bad people. We have nuclear weapon, but you cannot have them. We have this, but you cannot do that. Oh yeah, we polluted the world like crazy, but we want Africa to be green. Don't pollute. But we polluting. Hey, we want this. We have that. You cannot have this. We decide the prices of everything in the stock market in London or in New York, but you guys cannot decide everything. Even if all the resources are in your countries, let us fix it. And hey, by the way, democracy is good. Everybody has to have democracy. Even if pandemic, we don't care about democracy. We take decisions for our people, and we have people in the European Parliament that nobody voted for take decisions for everybody. And yeah, but you have to do democracy, and you have to do democracy the French way or the US way or the English way, and we're gonna force you to do it. And a lot of people are saying, no, bitch, we are not interested. Because it's been a long time that those people are seeing the destruction that these people have been doing around the world. A lot of people, I've never been to Iraq. I don't know how it was before. I'm not saying it was great before, but it was worse now. I've never been to Libya, but I heard it wasn't a place that I wanted to go, but I think it was better than it is now, where now you have all these the migrant stuff, all these missiles that you sent in the name of democracy are biting you in the ass. Listen, Lumumba, CIA, Panama, CIA, Ukraine, CIA, all these people are doing a lot of things for their business to stay an hegemonic power, and it's because it's an empire. Occident want to stay on top of the game, and all of us who are in the Occident, yeah, we are profiting from that, and yeah, we want to stay on top of the game because, yeah, we want to be richer, all of us. And there's 7 billion people who are like, yeah, we don't want to play the game with you anymore. And yeah, listen, we're going to have our own monetary system. We're done of the global thing because the global thing was made by you for you. Now it's going to be, you want to have our stuff. Well, you will have to work our way with our system using our money. We don't want dollars anymore. You can pay in gold, or you can pay in this and that, and we will have our own little system between us, and you can have yours. And I believe that as a French person living in Portugal from African descent, I believe that Africa has its cards to play, because a lot of the Middle East, they have a lot of oil, and they are playing their cards right. I don't know if they're right, but they are playing their cards knowing their power. Us, nobody is giving us the choice, because most of the time people are trying to choose, and we don't have the maturity yet to rethink all of this. Most of the people who get in power in our countries, and not all of them, because it's a lot of countries with different sets of people and problems and solutions, but a lot of people are just selfish. So people don't see those things the way I see them, which is really in a global way, where it's like, yo, geopolitics, you have to have your own power, so you make sure that people will not use and abuse you. And I think they got very surprised when they realized that, yeah, not everybody is condemning the invasion of Ukraine by Russia around the world. There's like 30 countries out of 100 and something that were like, we have nothing to say. China has nothing to say. Everybody was like, oh, with no vote. How do you say? Abstention. A lot of people were just like, no vote for us. And a lot of these people are like, since when you have a voice? Like, when you hear the journalist, it's not like, oh, those people, they don't want to agree with us. It's more like, hey, since when those people, why? It's not cool. And people are like, listen, it's not a question of being cool. It's a question of, you guys work for your own interests, and you've always did it, and you've been pretending all these years that you're not. So we're going to start working for our own interests. So you guys deal with your stuff. It's not our problem in reality. And we're going to deal with our stuff because we have our own problems. And when you have problems, you want these to be the problems of the whole world. But when we have problems, you don't care. So I believe that it seems, and we'll see, listen, none of us know the future. I hate all these commentators who are giving you the future and explaining, but it feels like we are shooting ourselves in the foot. It feels like it. But only the future will tell. And to conclude about this subject that I think is very interesting, I would tell you a story about me arriving in the Zouk market. I probably told it before, but I learned a lot about politics and geopolitics, not by watching my parents, but just by being in the Zouk market. When I arrived in the Zouk market, everybody was saying, oh, it's amazing, fresh blood. Oh, he's African, so he's going to have new ideas. He's going to take us to somewhere different. The guy's cool, blah, 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 blah. He does Zouk plus R&B plus rap. And everybody was looking at me like from the side, being like, oh, it's cute, whatever. But nobody ever thought that from 98 to 2003, so in a short 5 years, I would be on the top of the Zouk game. I would not only with my own songs, my first 3 albums, sell more than everybody and just arrive at Kassav level, but at the same time, I would also produce other artists that were not even from the West Indies, like Sumia or Elisio, or Mika Mendes, Looney Johnson, help create hits for Nelson Freitas, George Chiquat Pedro, etc., etc. Nobody thought that in 5 years I would be on the top of the game. Soon as I was on the top of the game, the friendship started changing, and a lot of people started being scared of me. And me, I was like, we're still friends, right? And everybody was like, yeah. But it started having a lot of conspiration and a lot of desire for me to be taken down and to take all the artists that were working for me and bring them back to the different labels in Section Zouk, etc., and put me on the side. And me, I was like, I don't understand. What did I do? The same people who tell you, bro, you amazing, you're going to revolutionize music, are the same people who are angry at you because you did exactly that. You revolutionized music. Now these people, they hurt because you did what they could not do. So now they're hating. And you're like, but you said I was gonna. Why are you angry that I'm? You are the one saying that I would do it. Now that I did it, you pissed off? And then you start realizing that you believe that you in the music market, it's art, everybody love each other, kumbaya. No. There's a lot of ego involved, and there's a lot of money involved. When you sell 80,000 copies of the first free album you release on your label, you generate 800,000 euros. A lot of people that generated 50,000, 100,000 that year, you generated 800,000. All of a sudden, you are dangerous because you take all the money. They believe that it's their money. And now you start hearing stuff like, yeah, that's not real Zouk because you're African. And me, I'm like, I never said this was real Zouk. This is Zouk and hip hop and R&B mixed together. This doesn't even have a name. Yeah, but this is our music. Fuck you. And you start having like those passive aggressive things all the time because you are becoming too powerful. And the people who invest the money, they want to invest everything in you because you are powerful, you fast, and you make albums for nothing because you make the beats, you make the bass, you write the songs with the artists, you supervise everything. What they need a team of 10 people to do, you can do it yourself. So now you are a problem for those 10 people because you are actually taking their place and everybody's scared for their place. So the legacy players who were really encouraging you, telling you, yeah, go ahead. Those people are now like, yo, somebody's going to stop this guy. And so they start going to the DJs. Hey, you have to stop playing his music. They go to the radios. Hey, you have to stop playing his music and the music of his people. They go to the clubs. You have to stop hiring this guy. The answer of the DJs, the music is too good and it's too popular. I cannot stop playing. The radios, he's number one. I cannot stop playing Candy Zouk. The clubs, what you mean? Stop hiring him to perform. I hired him in my club 5 times in a row. The last 5 Saturdays, I remember it was a club called La Cinquième Dimension. I probably had like 500 to 1,000 people in the club. I don't remember. They hired me 5 Saturdays in a row. It was packed every time. Packed. Even people that came the Saturday before, they would come again. And the club were like, sorry, the club is full. But I came last week and I could not enter. You have to arrive earlier. And I would come, perform, see the same people and not understand. We are in 1998. And now, 2001, nobody ever did opening in Paris in the Zénith, which was the big club. Nobody ever did the opening for Kassav. Never. And they asked me to open their big show. So I'm the first ever artist to open in Paris, at least on that big stage in there, that specific show of Kassav. I was one of the first artists to be invited to open for them in 99 or 2000. I don't remember when it was. And now a lot of people are saying, yo, why him? I don't know. I didn't ask for all of this. All I did was do my job. And I do my job well. I'm good at what I do. And I trust that the people who like my music enjoy my music. And a lot of people, they were just trying to destroy this because it meant for them that whatever they were doing without working right, they were making money, so they didn't want to change anything. Everybody was chilling with their laurels, and I arrive out of nowhere, and nobody's seen me coming and disrupt the whole business. So everybody was pissed off. And time goes by. We are now in 2021. So 20 years have passed, more. 24 years have passed. And all these people, they're happy now. I'm not in France anymore. I'm not in the market anymore. So everything is clear. They can go back to do their thing. I'm in Portugal. So yeah. What I heard was that a lot of people, he finally fell off. And then something happens on TikTok. Something going on makes 2.4 billion views on TikTok. 800,000 confirmed videos created on TikTok all around the world. From China to Indonesia to France to Brazil to the US. The song just explodes. And all of these people are like, it's him again? Yeah, bitches. It's me again. Anyway. What time is it? Let me go to sleep, y'all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that show. I hope you enjoyed that conversation. It's always great to have conversations with you guys. If you enjoy the conversation, put me a bunch of unicorns in the chat. I hope everybody put their likes. I think it was a cool, inspiring conversation. Where are we? Pourquoi les haters sont toujours vilains et font toujours les vilaines choses? Well, wasted energy. For real. Damn, even me, I don't give them. Fuck, I was born in the country with civil war that lasted almost 27 years, and I lost my youth friends. So, fuck what's happening now. I'm telling you. Jizzle was good. Hope you're doing good and the kids are good. Yeah, the chat is alive, bro. Yeah, that's a good question. Sonia Dog, what up, brother? Hope you're doing good. They weren't saying that mess in the club the night before, though. Telling you, it is, always have been. It's him again. Listen, I'm going to play a track that starts with It's Us Again. Listen, I'm going to tell you one thing that is so funny now, right? So it's been a few years now that I don't really do shows anymore. It's just the market, pandemic, etc. happened, and people don't call me that much. Listen, I played everywhere for a long time. And I believe that there's a time for everything. I believe that there's a time for the new generation to be there. And me as the generation, even 2 generations before, me trying to be in the market is actually taking the space for the kids to play. So I let the kids play. It's the time for the Aya Nakamura, the Dajus, all these people. When I was their age, I was running around everywhere performing, and the goal is to not just be there doing the same thing. The goal in life is to elevate to different things. Lucky for me, I elevated to different things. I do my little show on YouTube. My YouTube channel pays my rent, pays everything I need, the school of my kids, etc. Plus I got on Spotify. You know my business. I don't need to do shows. But a lot of these people that don't hire me to perform, right? Sometimes they call, hey, long time we didn't see Kaysha. We would love to have Kaysha this place or that place. And when I tell them the price, because my price is the price of diamond now. I've been in this game for a long time. I've been performing for a long time. I took a lot of economic flights, going to places, being in bad hotels for a long time because I believe that I was working and creating the brand, right? Now that the brand is created, the brand is strong, the brand is respected, the music is legendary, the artist is legendary. Today's price is not the same as 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 5 years ago. Nice premium. And I don't travel economic to go to work because it hurts my back. And so when you give you give what you want to promoters, instead of saying, I would love to have you, but it's a little too much. So, hey, listen, thank you so much. Maybe another time. These people get disrespectful. Hey, come on, man. It's just Kaysha. What? How much? Hey, who does he think he is? Oh, it's just Oh, yeah, I would pay, but not for Kaysha. Not that much. Yeah, Kaysha, yes, but I'm not paying business class tickets because I had such and such or such and such from his generation, and they only cost me 500. So, no, I'm not gonna pay him like 10 times the price or this or that, and also business class ticket and 4-star hotels. Like, no. And I'm like. So I tell my agent, why are these people calling? What do they want? Like, I didn't say, hey, I want to perform. You called saying we would love to have you. We're doing an old school party. We're doing a remember the time. Oh, it's just here in Portugal. I don't care. Even if I have to perform in my street, if you wanted me to leave my house to go work, it's not the price of 10 years ago. You can double that. And it's not that much still. And listen, I understand. You can't pay, you don't have enough people, oh, my place only has 100 people. So call somebody else. Oh no. They call you, and then after that, they will insult you as a negotiation tactic. They want to insult you. And me, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm good. If I do one show every year, it's enough for me. Because I'm lucky enough that I worked hard to create a catalog so that I don't need to perform anymore. And I'm selling NFTs. Last year, I sold for $250,000 of NFTs. So I just unlocked something else. So actually, I paid my rent for the next 1 year already. I'm good. And I invested a lot of that money in crypto, in this, in that, in art, in stuff that maybe tomorrow will explode. You never know. I'm just doing what I do. Preparing the future. So if you don't want to pay me to leave my house and leave my family and go perform, it's okay. I don't have a problem. So that was last year. And a lot of people were very aggressive, very like, hey, who you think you are? Who does he think he is? So they're telling this to my agent. Yo, Bruno, your boy, who does he think he is asking for these prices? And Bruno tells them, that's these prices. He doesn't need to perform. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, but we had this person and that person. And it's like, yeah, but this is Kaysha. This is Kaysha you're talking about. He's different. Listen, every time that we have an artist here, big artist, amazing girl. Her name is Blaya. I co-wrote in her album, I don't know, 5 to 7 songs. I don't remember. Plus I did songs for Anselmo. Plus I have songs for Nelson Freitas, George, Siquat Pedro. Every time these people perform, I make money. Because when you're performing in a venue, in a festival with 10,000 people, the festival has to pay a certain amount of money to the Copyright Society. The Copyright Society will see everybody that is in the lineup, and everybody has to give the songs that they are playing. So Blaya sings 5 songs. Maybe in those 5 songs, I wrote 2 or 3. Anselmo will sing 5 songs. I wrote that 1 song that he performs all the time. Nelson Freitas will do 5 songs. I wrote 2 of his biggest hits, Rebound Chick, Deeper. George will do 5 songs. I did Close Your Eyes. He usually does it in his show. That's a festival lineup. Buraka Son System, for example, I wrote 2 songs here. I got this. Sumia's performing somewhere. I wrote songs for her too. Trace TV is playing all the generic, the themes I did for their 12 channels every day. You make money from that too. So it means that every 3 months, when I receive the list of all the shows that have been done in the world, all these people that are performing are working for me, because I might make $100 euros or 50 euros, whatever it is, from every show that all of these people do. So at the end of every 3 months, I make money from all these people performing around the world. Plus I make money from the YouTube channel. Plus I make money from my Spotify, my catalog. Plus I make money from Sumia catalog, Eligio catalog, all these catalogs that I own. So, do I need to perform? No. Do I want to perform? Not really. Do I like performing? I love it. But do I feel like I want to perform when I'm 70? Hell no. I want to do other things. Maybe I want to be in a movie. Maybe I want to write a movie. Maybe I want to invest in a series. Maybe my life doesn't end with performing and singing songs. Maybe look at 50 Cent producing a whole universe of series. Like maybe I want to do an African novella based on all these things I've seen in my life. Like those, maybe I want to do a novella about music. Maybe I want to do documentaries about Kizomba. If you want to do all these things that are just being an ambitious person that just don't want to stop where you guys see me. You guys maybe see me here. Maybe I see myself here. And maybe I still have places to go after that. So, to clear your mind from those things, maybe, yeah, I don't want to go perform, take a plane, go somewhere, stay 2 days, prepare the show, do the show, take another plane, come back. You lose 3-4 days. I need to be here doing this show twice a week. This is what I'm building now. And I need my mental space to be free to build those things that I'm building now. My NFT business, my podcast. So to me, people don't call. I don't really care. People call and they are unrespectful. I don't really care either. But then something going on explodes. Everybody's falling and whining and doing all these different, like there's 10 different trends. Number one trend on TikTok worldwide, 2.4 billion views in 1 year and 800,000 videos. So me, I'm like, that's cool because the money I'm making already has been multiplied by 2. I can't complain. It means that I was already making the same as if I was performing every week. I was already making the same amount of money. But now it's been multiplied by 2. So now it's as if I was making 2 or 3 shows every week. And I'm still in my living room chilling. But all these people who were calling last year and being disrespectful, you know what they're doing right now? Yes, hello, yes. What is the price for the show? Are you on me now? No, yeah, it's the same price as last year. Yeah, we are willing to pay now. Yeah. Yeah. 2 business class tickets, yes, and 2 hotel rooms. Yeah, we are willing to pay. You know what I told my agent? All the people from last year who've been talking slick, add 1,000 euros to all the prices just for these people. Okay, you're being petty. Fuck yeah, I'm being petty. And yes, I don't need you. Yes, I don't need your shows. Especially that one. There's one guy from London. Yes, last year he called saying, okay, he wants to have me for a show. And then for 3 months, he keeps saying that, yeah, I'm going to send the 50% soon. And at a point, he tells us, yeah, I talked to my team and yeah, we don't want this artist. He's not bankable. We're not going to make money. And I'm like, all right, peace. Oh, this one called, he sent a message again, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I have the money. Listen, I can even send you 100% of the money. Can you give me a date? Oh, listen, we told him, nah, for you, it's a special price. For you, I said, add 1,005 for him. And so he asked my agent, so why are you doing this? We agreed to a price last year. My agent said, yeah, 2022 was a price. 2023 is a different price. And so the guy started crying and he said, yeah, so why are you guys doing like this? So I said, listen, tell this guy. So usually I let my agent do their thing, right? But on this particular guy, I told my agent, tell him that just him, I want this amount and I don't want 50%. I want 100% paid the day that he wants to reserve the show. And I don't care and fuck him. And he's like, So you guys really don't want to work with me. I said, no, we don't. We don't, because it's a question of respect. I'm not being petty because I have a hit. I've been having hits for 25 years. And the thing is this. We are performers. We are actors. We are rappers, zouk artists, strippers, whatever we are, right? It's a relation of respect. We need your place to go perform for our public. But you need us to make our public come to your place. So it's a symbiotic relationship. And if you don't respect me when my actuality is low, or I don't have, maybe you think I don't have a hit, whatever is your reason, or maybe you're just negotiating, you can negotiate with respect, saying, hey, listen, hey, it's London. Listen, can you remove 500 from the price? And the show in Canada, I asked for a price, and they asked me, hey, listen, we are willing to give you 2 business class tickets. Can you remove 1,000 from the price? I told them, yeah, cool. Long time I haven't been in Canada. Cool. I will actually take all the money from this show, and I will pay for my kids' school. I will pay the whole year of maybe it's too much. Maybe I'll pay the remaining 6 months of the year. It's probably gonna it might be that price. I'll just pay that with that money, because I don't need that money for anything specific. So I'm using that money to save myself headache for kids' school, etc., etc. And those people were very respectful. They're very professional. They asked me, hey, can you reduce the price you're asking by 1,000? I said, okay, cool, but you have to send me 50% tomorrow. And you know what? An hour later, I had 50%. So Canada confirmed, 29th of April. Thank you guys. Can't wait to see you. When I arrive there, I know that when I arrive, I will get the other 50% before going on stage, because those people are professional. I worked with them before and they were respectful. Some of these other guys, they believe that we are at their service. No, we are not at your service. So listen, if you're an artist and you're starting now, didn't I say that show was over? If you're an artist and you're starting now, trust me, the best thing you want to do for yourself is invest in your freedom. Invest in the possibility of saying no. That's the most important thing you can do in life. Being able to say no. No, I don't want to do it. I remember Bruno, my agent, talking to one person in Angola, I think. And the guy's like, poor Kaysha. Nelson Freitas is performing all the time. Sequatro is performing. George is performing. Everybody's performing. Kaysha's not performing. And Bruno replies, Kaysha doesn't need to perform. He actually makes as much money as his friends from home. And he does other things. He has his show on YouTube generating money. He has this, he has his sponsorship. He has all his different businesses that are still in music, but outside of performing, that are generating the same amount of money as his friends. And his friends are tired. He's not. And the guy replied, no, he's an artist. He has to perform. They need it. And I was like, what? So like, if you're a cook at a restaurant, you need to cook all the time? What if you decide that you don't want to be a cook anymore, and now you want to be a trader, or now you want to do parachute? Or maybe you open all your restaurants and they are generating money. You teach 5 cooks, you put them in your 5 restaurants. The restaurants are working. You don't need to do anything anymore. So now you invest your money maybe in apartments, or in your country, or in plantation, or something. or just in time to see your kids grow. No, these people just believe that, yeah, all we can do is sing and that's all we know to do. So for those people, yeah, call. I got things to tell you. This show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. It is 2 a.m. and 40 minutes. I did 2 hours. But yeah, all this to say, know your value. Exactly. Know your value. I hope you enjoy the show. Again, put some fire in the chat if you enjoy it. You're going to the anniversary of your sister. Lovely. See, she knows already. Fire in the chat, fire in the chat, fire in the chat. Great and inspiring conversation. Knowing your worth, Julie, is the most important thing in this life. If you don't know your worth, you're always going to let other people destroy it for you or define it for you. You have to define it yourself. People still want to see you performing. Yeah, I'll perform. Don't worry. At a point, I'll just do my show myself. I'll just find a place, rent the place, take some DJs, take some security, and take some promoters and tell them, hey, how much to create my show? What? We don't. Yeah, how much to do my show? We need I don't know, security. This. Maybe 2,000. 2,000. Create a show for me. That's what I will do when I want to perform, and I'll just come, say, open the doors for maybe guest list only. I only want like this amount of girls, this amount of guys, these type of people. Show only for guests, free drinks, and I'll come sing my song with pleasure and then go back home, and I'll be happy because probably the 2,000 euros that it cost me, by the time I come to the show, they would have come back from all my investments that I'm doing right now. And I will sing for the pleasure of singing, which is what I do now. I do songs all Fridays for the pleasure. I don't actually need to do them. Listen, freedom. Gems. It's like CC investment. Eventually, something is going to blow up. Exactly. Yes. Le trocage. J'habitais à la Muette, juste à côté. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, everybody that is here in the chat. So it's very interesting. I see something that is interesting that I would like to change a little bit in the channel. A lot of people come in the chat when I'm live, but I don't see them in the comments in the channel. There's a bunch of people who comment on the channel all the time. But look, when I go to my YouTube comment, let me put you on the spot. When I go to my YouTube comments, right? Let me go to my YouTube comments. Where are they? Content, comments. You see, when I go to my YouTube comments, I don't see you guys. Everybody calling my Kizomba song a compa. Okay, cool. I understand. It's a compa version. It's a compa extended. There's some compa elements. So a lot of people are there. A lot of people are coming to something going on. One Love 2023. We are here. No, it's not Sirène des Îles. It's not Sabrina Zuklov. Ziklov. It's not Emery. It's not Julie. It's not Yannick Barbosa. It's not Black Free Thinker. No, you guys are not commenting on the videos. So, here's your homework. Your homework, soon as this live is ending, right? Your homework is to go to my channel and go find one video, the one you want. Just go to the channel, first video you see, maybe the last vlog, maybe a clip from the last episode of Club Shada with Bonnie, something. Go leave a like and leave a comment. This will help with YouTube algorithm. If you could do that, I would love it. I do what I can. Thank you so much, Julie. You are a queen yourself. Never forget that. I'm gonna leave you with a track called let me see. I'm gonna leave you with a track from my album It's So Love, and it's actually one of my favorite tracks that I did. It's called Heartbeat, and yeah, it's just one of my favorites. I think it's my favorite track in this album, or one of my favorite tracks. It's really a track that I really love, and it's that track where I was still rapping, but I was starting to sing inside of the auto tune and say that maybe there was something in there. Actually, all the singing you hear in that album is actually demos that I was doing for the other guy that was supposed to sing, so he knew what to do, and we ended up just keeping that, and that's how we had that song. So, Shada Gang, don't forget, for those who live in Canada, that I will perform April 29 in Canada, in Montreal. So I know that Dahlia, Joel, Mountain, you are not exactly there, but I would love to do a club Shada with everybody, like maybe in a bar, maybe in my hotel room, or maybe in my hotel lobby, something. I'm thinking of something that we could do where everybody's there, and we do maybe club Shada with live public. I mean, you guys, like with some of the guys from Club Shada, and I just bring my mic, my camera, and we just rock it all together. So let's think about it. We'll have like 2 months to think about it. So those who will be in Montreal at that time, let's do I would love to do a Club Shada with everybody, like it would be a meetup, I guess. And maybe I'll see with the organization of the show if maybe we can do it where the show is happening, etc., etc. So anyway, and is of course those who are in Montreal, I will try to see if I can invite a few of you guys, 1, 2, 3 people, to come see the show as well, of course. So Emmanuel, I know you're gonna come. You know you are my guest, of course. I want to have my gang with me. All right, I'm leaving you with the song Heartbeat from my album It's So Love that came out 20 years ago in 2003. Shada Gang, peace out.
If I ever forget my crew for you, if I ever fall in craziness, I promise you I will kill you. Stop your heartbeat, true, sit bro. Never do anything to compromise my EQ. The seeker, you help me produce fat BDs and melodies, reminiscing about a fantasy. No philosophy, I bless the wind. I'm blowing, smoking, killing myself. And if you wanna bless me right now, I'm ready. And if you wanna cry if I'm not here, yo, that's steady. Relationship we have, nothing I would have with a whole other have. Baby, let's dive, come on. Baby, let's get personal. Listen to my heartbeat, going on and on and on and on. And baby, let's get personal. Oh, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. You be 24 and your baby boy is 8 for his daddy. All you feel is hate, too late. Baby mama, don't you feel the same for me? My world of luxury, this is for you and me. I'll be the sinner, for you I'll be a killer, a villain, love dealer, pusher, severely an offender. And if you need, never surrender. Yo, I could be anything except your money maker. This love shit we go through is true, true. Cause he ain't like a gumshoe. Listen to my heartbeat, like that. Baby, let's get personal. Listen to my heartbeat. me, give it to me.